Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spar and Brawl. I hope you're having a decent day. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Sam, and we're back with a short video. I guess I was gonna say midweek edition of Progressive World, but no, just a short video. We're recording some other stuff, so make sure to go. Please check those out. So I thought we'd make a few little short videos, and today on a Wednesday. But okay, Sam, let's talk about this Kim Iversen hit piece, or just the garbage paragraph. Really, that's more what I would call it. It's like literally this gigantic garbage paragraph in their newsletter. And like she said, Kim was kind of upset that she didn't actually get a real a
In
real
the
article. Yeah.
I mean, you like newsletters and you say you like, but that's the feeling I get. Like the newsletter of the Daily Beast, which I had never thankfully read before this specific case. It genuinely felt like it's just I keep referencing this movie Mean Girls. I genuinely feel like that movie was a perfect prophecy. Like it's literally like, now, did you hear there are some people in the hill that say Kim is
But
dangerous?
okay, but
Isn't, oh my God.
what does that have to do with newsletter? You
Yeah,
don't have to make these bullshit things in
no,
newsletters.
but
That's the daily whatever.
no, but I'm just, yeah. Well, I guess newsletters format lend itself to short paragraph.
No, they can be a
Yeah,
full
you're right.
article.
You're
A
right.
newsletter can be, but
The actual daily business is the same
yeah,
shit. So yeah, you're
bro,
right. You're right.
exactly. And man, so I have their paragraph. We'll go through some parts, but maybe first we can discuss more openly. But I mean, literally, like the audacity of some people. This article is about accuses Kim of like spreading misinformation, but it's like full of misinformation. Kim highlighted pretty much the two main ones, so I'll talk about them here in case people haven't seen it. And boy, did her and Robbie have some fun discussing this article online too. But I mean, just so pathetic. I mean, once I found out that it was the staffers at the
Which
Hill
is
who did it, it's or like one staffer or two or who knows how many. It's a bit less pathetic than staffers immediately working for the Rising. So that would have been like extra pathetic because I think from the video of Ryan Grimm that he did on the Vanguard, now that was a timely interview. I'll explain right now what I mean. That was a timely interview by the Vanguard, by the way, getting Ryan Grimm on that day, especially since he wasn't on the Hill. So good job. That was a Katie Halper uh, style. But
level, yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. What do you make of it and everything?
No, I don't understand. You said it's more pathetic because it's less pathetic because it's
Oh, sorry about the
at the
staffers
Hill.
because at first, like it was kind of said like, was it someone at the Rising? But Ryan Grimm really like distinguished how like the people working at the Rising, they're not really working with the Hill people so much. So this wasn't someone. This wasn't like an editor or
From the
like a
show. It was from the
producer
company.
of the Rising. Yeah, saying this apparently, and even the first line start here: staffers at the Hill. And Ryan Grimm, I think, based on what he talked about. So it's really coming from people who are on the newspaper website, that
Uh,
whole other
why?
side of the Hill.
I mean, forget about the smearing and all that. It's just such a lazy piece of work. Forget about, well, journalism or any of that. It's just that you can go to any company, to any organization, and find a couple of people who
Yeah,
disagree with the management or the
yeah.
top or the front organization. Like it's so easy. You can even write it without doing the research, knowing that if somebody calls you out, you just go and find two
Yeah.
people
Oh,
and you
good
say,
point.
you
Good
know,
point.
you
Man,
know, you can write, a couple of sources are telling me that Islamic Republic, it's a couple of sources from the government are telling
yeah.
me, from the current government cabinet are telling me they're not happy with the way government is going. Of course, like, oh, no shit.
No, very good
Sure.
point. And I think
Uh,
this paragraph and Taylor Lorenz's article, they really joined
oh
by
yeah,
this,
yeah,
which is that
perfect.
whatever you think of the journalism work and all this, I mean, one thing is for sure, they're really like the lowest of like the most pathetic kind of article you can write. Like, it's like you write
Yeah,
some stuff that are
yeah,
good, you write
it's
some stuff that are really good, some stuff that are more interesting. I mean, this is like Matt Taibbi said for the Taylor Lorenz one, and Glenn Greenwald is also saying that now more and more. He did the thing with Bad Fate. It's like didn't even expose anything on the libs of TikTok. Like didn't even do a proper job of at least revealing her background and I don't know, getting
I
people
mean,
to
look,
like not like her or whatever.
this paragraph, as you say, is almost like written in a way that you would write a letter to somebody's boss that, okay, this is gonna cost your company.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gonna get banned because of this girl. I don't know if this is, it's almost like mafia coming. I don't know if you, I don't know. I don't know what happens to your
Yeah.
company if you don't get rid of this guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's so weird. It's not written like in a, even like a spreading information. It's like, I know it's bad for business, this
Yeah.
lady, you know. Oh,
And
it's so weird. So like it's like, as you say, lowest, it's like a, you know, there are those parasites. Have you seen like nature programs that there are
yeah.
these parasites that clean the back of the hippo or something?
Yeah.
They have some useful like role they play. And then there are these parasites that are just like leech. They just draw. They just no, they don't contribute anything.
Yeah. No, I mean, and full of misinformation. I mean, the biggest misinformation one, if you ask me what is misinformation, this is what I consider to be misinformation. So it's like a half truth, leaving out the most important aspect. So quote, insiders further noted how YouTube suspended the Hills account last month after it aired Trump peddling election lies. And while Grimm and co-host Robbie Swipe criticized YouTube's decision as maddeningly hypocritical, Hill staffers are concerned that Iversen's continued presence could result in further penalties from the tech giant. So as Kim herself pointed out, this one...
That was because of Trump.
And Kim didn't even take part in that video. she wasn't even one of the panelists. And YouTube, of course, told them that's because of this video, and this article wrote this too. I mean, if this isn't misinformation, I don't know. I don't know what is. This is what I call misinformation. This is what I always say in mainstream media. This is the way they lie. What they say isn't like a lie in itself. But
it's lie
just,
by omission.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so void of context and all the other important information that it's the equivalent of lying, pretty much.
I agree. And but I find it so weird. Some insiders say they got banned, like as if
I could have told you
like
that.
It was very public. Yeah, it was a public action taken. You know, you don't. Nobody knows about this, but for a week, we got some real sources at the Hill getting the inside scoop. You know,
Daily Beast,
like
the Daily Beast reporters go to the staffer for inside information. The inside information is like Kim Iversen is a female. She's been working at the Rising for the past 8 months. Okay, all of this is great information. Do you guys have any other juicy insider info?
Guys, I can give you our view count. You know, I know it's on the website publicly, but I can provide that. What's nonsense? What are you talking about? Oh man, well, they have to fill up their newsletter somehow. So you know.
The other one they wrote, I guess they didn't know this. They were like, she was briefly suspended by YouTube last month for COVID-19 misinformation, and apparently Kim Iversen got an actual apology sent from YouTube immediately, saying that, oh shit, we messed up, that they don't usually do. Then the next sentence goes, and Iversen has further sparked uproar among colleagues for parroting Kremlin talking points about Ukrainian Nazis and seemingly defending the Chinese government's brutal treatment of Uyghurs. And they put it, and they highlighted stuff, they hyperlink stuff. So you think, especially the one about her parroting Kremlin talking points is hyperlinked
to a tweet of hers.
I thought it would go to at least an article, which at least took like 5 or 6 of her main things that she said about Russia and Ukraine, and really show how it's so similar. And even that, you can have the same opinions. Then maybe, no, it's just to a tweet of hers. I mean, you know, the hyperlink, I feel in some of these articles in the hope of like people not clicking on the hyperlink,
definitely.
But it just seeming like, no, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5 citations.
Look, who hasn't added a bullshit or two reference to his bibliography to pad out his, you know, we've all been there.
Make it aesthetically look good. 22 is not good. Let me make it 24, 25.
That's around nice. Add a couple of references. I also read, The Fall of the Roman Empire by Edward Gibbon. Yes, sure. Reference, hyperlink that too. But No, I do think they definitely are not counting on a lot of people clicking because it's ridiculous. It's, I mean, it's the most, yeah, it's just genuinely, by the way, the language they use, the uproar, as if it's like, it's the revolution in France, like the uproar in the streets, like there's an uproar at the Hill, like two people at the canteen saying, I don't like Kim really, don't, me neither. Like that's the uproar they're talking about. It is fascinating. No,
Right.
I mean,
I
again,
swear.
is there a writer's name for this, or is it just like a sort
Oh,
of a committee
no, there are
produced?
like, yeah, there are like 5 writers' names because I guess there are multiple articles in that. If you go down, if you keep on
Yeah.
scrolling,
There is, yeah, I
yeah,
saw there was other shit,
yeah,
but
yeah.
so it's, I guess it's a committee
And
produced thing.
yeah, and listen to this quote by one of the insiders, right? It's just such a like Democrat, like mainstream media, like talking point.
Karen.
Yeah, no, even no, like Democrat mainstream media. Listen to this quote. I don't know
Uh,
what the attraction is that some people in an operation have to conspiracy theorists, but it's just not helpful. It's not a good thing.
it's not helpful to
No,
what, buddy?
yeah.
Oh. Maybe it's not helpful to you.
Someone
It
else
has
wrote,
helped.
I
Rising
think
views.
she's really bad news.
Oh, ooh, she's bad
Yeah.
news. She's she's a gateway sort of
Yeah.
person. She's
To
gonna introduce you to weed, and then you're gonna be doing cocaine, and then your life is down the toilet, man.
I swear.
It's
I
like
can see one of them
bad
being like, yeah,
influence, bad friends.
since Kim took over, my son started doing crack cocaine. Like I feel like the staffers are gonna start making, some
No, my son has joined the Russian forces in Donbass, fighting for free Donbass army. I mean,
yeah.
fucking pathetic. And again, like the people, the fact that they don't put their name on it as well. You're such pathetic little shits, aren't
Yeah.
you? Like,
So
fuck
yeah,
you.
let me look here at the article regarding the name. So yeah, they put 5 people's names. So maybe the first, because Kim's article is the first one.
No. I mean
Oh,
the
yeah.
people, insiders, the insiders.
No, no,
You're so goddamn,
yeah.
by the way, upset about it. Just fucking quit, you losers.
That's one way. But yeah, like she said, if you want to go, you're allowed to go to talk. I mean, but I don't even see why you would go talk like to management behind like a back, because this is like, let's say if you're a producer or something working on the hillside, right? This shouldn't even be something that you would go like behind and go like to upper management. I mean, I don't even know really how they did it. This should be like something
Well,
open,
no,
like you
no,
can
I assume.
discuss.
Yeah, I agree. But in companies there are all these fucking politics and personal
Yeah.
shit going on. I can definitely see that. And I mean, look, I can see their arguments like being like, oh, the rising is, even if, for example, they say, okay, Kim is getting really good reaction, our views are up. They say, yeah, but it's damaging our overall brand as a authentic and a reliable voice within the news industry. So there is always that
Bro,
type of,
what
they
brand?
can
Yeah.
always, yeah, exactly. Nobody knew about the Hill outside of Washington DC
Yeah.
before the Rising show. I mean, yeah, people had it, like nobody was in the fucking political nerd.
Yeah.
Didn't know
No,
about it.
exactly.
So
I mean, I'm just looking at when did the Hill start? Yeah,
long time. No, the Hill is
94. Yeah, 94. I thought it was early 2000s, but
no.
exactly. And I mean, on YouTube, the stuff that they would post outside of the Rising is just surreal. It's just
It
straight up
is,
C-SPAN.
yeah, it's the best. It's the best. I love. It's almost like Johnny Depp courts level, but with much older people. Like just
Yeah.
what's going on? Hello. My granddaughter was supposed to pick me up today. It's just really old
But
man.
but you said something
Yeah,
interesting, which was about, politics at like big companies and stuff like that. So I just want to use that moment to like ask people to please help us become a little bit like reach a point where we don't have to go work anywhere, because company
yeah, I know, man.
politics at work is like
I
50% of
hated
your
it. I
work. It
hate
like makes and breaks you most of the time.
fucking
But
bathrooms were like 30% of company discussions, like, you know, whether this like how often should it be cleaned, and you know,
it's,
and then
and the relations though that you need to form with this and that person, and then they like you and have their back on this and not that. It's just so complicated to navigate for me, at least. I know some people are naturals at it, and that's why you think, oh, this person doesn't look that they're good at their job. How are they getting far? One reason is often no, they're pretty good at this aspect of their work, which is like
I
maneuvering the political environment of their work and knowing who to be good on, who with who. You don't need to be good with everyone, but strategic people in a big company like will change your life.
definitely, and like I have very even more basic problems, man. What do you like? I work in an office for 4 or 5 years, and I still don't know what is the rule about hello. Like you say hello when you arrive, and then you go to your table, then you don't see the people for a couple of hours, then you go to like you're doing a coffee run, and then you
Yeah,
see them. Do you say hello, or
man,
you
Sam.
said hello in the morning? It's awful. It's
The
goddamn.
worst one
Please
is,
subscribe,
I
please.
don't know if you ever worked anywhere that had a long hallway, but the worst is
Mm,
like when there's a long hallway and yeah,
yes,
you and
yeah.
this random coworker, you're both walking on the way to the bathroom. So it's like 5 seconds of kind of looking up and down, up and down. What I'm going to say, then you pass them. Hi, how are you? Just, it's like the
No, the
worst,
worst
man.
one. Oh, I said that's what's like you have. We literally had a very long hallway with a bathroom in the middle,
Yeah.
and sometimes you're walking and you see somebody else walking, and
That,
you know both are going for the bathroom. So you like either have to be yeah, just do a sort of you know, a slight U-turn, or you just. It's so weird. It's yeah, it's not great. Please subscribe,
so
and
guys, please help us
just
out.
if you get us to 8,000, I'm pretty sure we are fine. We're not gonna work a day in our. We don't have high cost. We need to get to a level, and then we
Yeah.
plateau. It's okay.
Okay, that. But okay. Anything else to mention here, Sam?
No, try to avoid work if you can.
Yeah. All right. So on that great tip, folks, please leave your comments, questions, criticisms down below. We'll make sure to get to them. If not, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.